Now in this video, I'm going to speak a little bit about the Zoe Pound, since their name been ringing a little bit lately. It kind of tell you what I think about the Zoe Pound from the outside looking in. So here I go. So now one of the things about the Zoe Pound, if you don't know, it's alleged crew out of the Miami area, Haitian immigrants. Now one of the fascinating things to me is that they from Haiti. Now, if you don't know, Haiti is the only free African nation to this day. They got their independence in the 1700s from the France, and they've been free ever since. Now, unfortunately, the price for them of freedom was poverty. So, Haiti is a small island. On a high island, it's called Hispaniola, and it's them right next to the Dominican Republic. And you can see the contrast when it comes to as far as the wealth gap from the Dominican to Haiti. They even got maps to just show you. You can just see the difference. But unfortunately, again, that was the price Haiti paid for their liberation, was poverty, unfortunately. But so a lot of their immigrants, of course, now Haiti is in what is called the West Indies. So you got Jamaica, you got all those islands where people take trips to. That's not far from the U.S., right next to Florida. It's kind of like in the Gulf of Mexico and all that. So now, naturally, just like there's a lot of Cuban immigrants in the Florida area, there's a lot of Haitian immigrants in the Florida area. So now, according to reports, these guys, like in the 80s and 90s, just like when the crack era hit in every inner city, they start clicking up and doing their thing. And they was notorious for knocking down and running up on stuff to whereas you had to deal with them, and they was kicking up a lot of noise in the Miami area. Now, it's a trip because Miami is a rough city. Miami got hoods, you know what I mean? From, was it Carroll City, Liberty City, Overtown, Opelika, and a lot of others. So Miami is a rough city. And another question I want to know is, do they got gangs in Miami? Like, do they crip and blood in Miami? That's a good question. Y'all let me know in the comments about Miami. But anyway, they got hoods, and they got some rough hoods, and this is where a lot of this stuff is taking place at. And of course, Miami got other factors and other crews or whatnot. But I just want to speak more or less about Zoe Pound, you understand, and how they put it down. And again, Miami is funny because from the outside looking in, when I think of Miami, or when we thought of Miami, naturally, from not even just from the Scarface the movie, but in real life, we gonna think of the drugs, but the prices. You understand? So it's kind of like how California is with the marijuana. It's just plentiful. It's everywhere, whether it's legal or illegal. It was kind of like that, how I thought, as far as out that way with that. As far as the pricing and the whole idea is, yeah, you can get out there, you can get it, but you got to get it back. So that's what I used to think of Miami for the most part, besides the whole Luke and the freak. But just on a serious note, I thought of Miami, I'm thinking of that there. So Miami always had it. And naturally, they going to have ballers, they going to have crews, they going to have machines, and they going to do their thing. And also, one interesting thing as far as Miami, because again, like I said, when you hear Miami, yeah, Miami a rough city, but you don't really necessarily, and I don't think of Miami as how should I say this, a national, meaning like you got the Crips and Bloods, they all over or whatever. But, and I say that to say this because one of my old school partners, I remember he was telling me a story about them going to the Freaknik. So he like, yeah, man, we Freaknik cool, whatever. And he's like, yeah, we got into it with some Miami niggas out there. I'm like, oh yeah? And he's like, yeah. So I'm like, oh, Miami? I'm like, damn, that's just an odd city to get into with some niggas from. Then come to find out, Miami guys been campaigning the various states down south, especially that Georgia area. So putting two or two together to me, I'm like, okay, well, shit, it wasn't uncommon that y'all got into it with some Miami guys out that way because they was out there doing their little thing. So that was just something I just put together. But yeah, they do got hitters in Miami if you didn't know, and of course I know you know it now. And again, Zoe Pound from all reports, they was moving mean out that way. And again, being them from Haiti, you understand that's a country in poverty. They they had their share of struggle. You understand? So hey, I can understand their mentality, and they wasn't playing. According to reports. So I just wanted to put that out there for those that don't know. You understand? And again, the significant thing about Haiti and the country of Haiti has always had a respect for Haiti and the people of Haiti due to that's the only free African nation to this day. So you even got countries in Africa that ain't even free, liberated by that definition. But Haiti is, and they've been for a very long time. But again, the cost of their freedom was poverty due to you got the powers that be stopping the country from prospering pretty much on purpose. It ain't like on accident. It ain't even corruption. The corruption comes through from the top down. You understand? But again, I'm not Haitian, so I'm not playing sides. I don't know the real intricacies of politics. But again, man, I'm talking about Zoe Pound, and yeah, they was a machine to be feared, man, back then. Now, of course, I don't know what's going on now. I'm assuming, things don't change, to that degree. The faces change, but the game don't. They was putting it down. From what I'm hearing, I'm hearing this is reports. They used to hit the boats, you understand, running up on stuff to the point to whereas you had to deal with them to a good extent. And again, there was a lot of other machines in Miami, so I don't want nobody saying, "Oh, it wasn't him. It was this crew or that crew." But I'm just saying they obviously was some players in that game down that way, some serious players. So it is what it is. Bad News Brown breaking it down.